Hey, what's up, guys? It is finally time for your No Surrender review. In the first match, we had the first Bound for Glory Series match. We saw Jeff Hardy defeat Samoa Joe. Kind of a predictable faction. Jeff Hardy gets the win with a roll-up. Not really big of a deal. It was the best Bound for Glory Series match of the night because I felt that something was missing during the Storm and Ray match. And then in the finals match, for obvious reason, I'll tell you why when I get to that. In the second match, we saw Bully Ray get the victory over James Storm in some controversial faction. We saw James Storm knock out one of the referees. We saw Bully Ray also knock out one of the referees. James Storm hits the last call super kick on Bully Ray. He goes for the cover. Obviously, the referee's knocked out. He goes to help up the referee. All of a sudden, here comes the it factor, Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode makes his return with a beer bottle. He smashes James Storm over the head with it. Helps Bully Ray over James Storm. Covers him 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Bully Ray. I wasn't really expecting something along those lines. I was expecting something with Bobby Roode coming back because give me a break. You can't have your top heel miss the biggest pay-per-view event of the year for your company, so you can't have Bobby Roode miss Bound for Glory. You can't really have that happen. And then I'm pretty sure they're going to have Bobby Roode and James Storm, and then Storm's probably going to get the win. Storm's probably going to get that finally, that win that he should have gotten at Lockdown, so whatever. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't a good match. I didn't like it. The third match, we saw Miss Tessmacher defeat Tara for the Knockouts Championship. Don't care. I really don't. Like, I was watching this game, the Steelers and the Broncos, by the way, which is going on right now. As of this video right now, Pittsburgh is winning 19-14, so yay. In the fourth match, or fourth segment or whatever, we saw the fight between Austin Aries and the Armbreaker from the Aces and Eights group. I mentioned in my prediction video that I said something big had to have happened tonight because why would they schedule some sort of fight between the world champion and some random guy from a group? Well, we didn't get that. We really didn't. We just saw the Armbreaker become a little bitch. Like, legit. Austin Aries beats, who's a 4 foot tall little fucker. He's 4 feet. Like, he's gotta be somewhere around that. Like, that's how fucking tall he is. And he's beating up this other guy who's all the way up here. He's so freaking tall. It didn't make any sense whatsoever. They promote him. They're like, oh, he's one of the biggest guys I've ever seen. And yet, Aries beats his ass in 2.5 minutes. Whatever. Aries hits the brainbuster on the Armbreaker. Aries goes to rip off the mask. He goes to rip it off, and the other guys of the Aces and Eights come out. They start beating the hell out of Austin Aries. Then out comes the rest of the locker room. And when I mean the rest of the locker room, I mean the lowlives of the locker room. You had Robbie E going out there. You had Sanjay Dutt, Zima Ion, Robbie T. All these guys that don't mean jack shit. And then you had your guys who are obviously going to go out there. You had your guys like Kurt Angle, Bully Ray, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles. You had your guys that usually go out there and usually fight after all. And then they had Hulk Hogan come out. And as he's walking down, one of the guys from the Aces and Eights group, they hoist Jeff Hardy on his shoulder and then just throws him right into the ring post. Hardy is questionable for his match against Bully Ray for the Bound for Glory finals. It's kind of a useless segment. I don't understand why it was on the pay-per-view, but whatever. Yeah. In the fourth match, in the actual fourth match, Zima Ion defeats Sanjay Dutt. Don't care. I really don't. I thought it was a stupid match full of jabroni ham and eggers that didn't need to be on a pay-per-view. Not Jeff Hardy. Zima Ion and Sanjay Dutt. I don't know why they're on a pay-per-view, and whatever. Whatever. We're going to have an X Division title match, but we're not going to have a world title match. Makes perfect sense. Then, in the next match, the fifth match of the night, Rob Van Dam defeats Magnus. Very predictable match. That's about it. Magnus is a jobber. I don't know why he's on TV. I don't know why a lot of people like him. People are actually starting to get behind Magnus. I don't see anything good in him. I mean, sure, maybe he's got the body maybe that people are looking for, but he's got nothing else. He can barely wrestle. He could barely hold his own with RVD, so whatever. RVD gets the win with a 5-star, whatever. In the 7th match, Daniels and Kazarian defeat AJ Styles and Kurt Angle. One of the better tag team matches and one of the best matches of the night came out of this. Not gonna lie, there were some good high points in this match. There were some pretty good ones. The finish came when AJ set Kazarian up for the Styles Clash. Daniels came out of nowhere and splashed AJ in the face with his Apple Teeny, and Kazarian rolls him up. 1, 2, 3, your winner, Daniels and Kazarian. I'm pretty sure I'm sure they were gonna get the win anyway. I'm sure they wouldn't give the titles to a guy with an injury, and I hope to God this ends the storyline. I hope to God this ends the feud. Or if this doesn't end the feud, this feud better end by Bound for Glory. And if it's not over by then, I'm done watching that. I'm done watching at least that part. If I see Daniels and Kazarian on my TV again after Bound for Glory and they're still feuding with AJ Styles, I'm going to tune out. I'm done. I'm done. I've sat through 2 years of that stuff and I don't want to see another. So that's my opinion. It was a good match. It was a good match. In the 8th match of the night, the main event of the night, we had Jeff Hardy defeat Bully Ray in the Bound for Glory Series Finals. You know, I was thinking during the night that a more predictable outcome would be James Storm going over. But if you told me to predict this 5 months ago, maybe somewhere around that, I wouldn't have even predicted Jeff Hardy even getting the Final Four. To be honest, I wouldn't have even predicted that. So, to see him kind of win, it was a feel-good moment for some Jeff Hardy fans out there. But for some people that absolutely hate Jeff Hardy, and I know there's many of them out there, this pay-per-view was torture. But I'm going to go off of my experience here. I thought it was actually a solid pay-per-view. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say it was the best pay-per-view I've ever seen. But, you know, you get what you get. And tonight kind of disappointed me in some ways, but it really kind of, I don't know. It kind of disappointed me because I was giving it such high expectations, considering that, you know, I'm one of the people that was thinking TNA was starting to improve. So I was giving it high expectations that I shouldn't even think WWE could even do. So I wouldn't assume that TNA could reach those high achievements. So, you know, you always get what you get. And yeah, I actually thought it was a solid pay-per-view. I'm not gonna lie about it. I predicted that this pay-per-view was going to suck. I'm gonna label it from suck to disappointing. I'm not gonna say it was average. It was disappointing. It could have been better, but at least have Austin Aries fight on the pay-per-view. Not, and I mean fight. I mean actually have a match. Not this fight between the Armbreaker. Give me a break. Who wants to see that? I certainly don't, and I'm sure a lot of other people out there don't want to see it either. But whatever. That's my thoughts on No Surrender. Leave me your comments down in the description. Let me try that again. Leave me your comments and everything down below. What you guys think about the pay-per-view. Also hit this video a like, add it to your favorites, and hit the subscribe button to become the subber of the day. The subber of the day today is down in the description box below, so go subscribe. Also, feel free to join my website, thepteshow.webs.com. In order to become a member, all you have to do is sign up. It's not even hard. And you can access all stuff that's on that website, including an awesome calendar that I have, forums, you name it. You can upload any pictures, anything you want. So log on to the pteshow.webs.com and feel free, join up for free. So until next time, I am Perry the Entertainer, signing out, and peace out. I'll see you guys in the next video.